grab one of these at random. Let's pick this one. Oops. Yes, yes, yes. And save it around. And it is not the right one.
I didn't know.
What's up?
For the 8-bit versions.
Yeah, that sounds 8-bit. Yeah, it's Nintendo.
Yeah, I wish I'd known that before I bought it. I would have bought it.
Wait, what did you money buy or Gil buy?
No, Gil buy.
Gotcha,
No.
gotcha. I mean, I kind of dig that stuff. Oh, damn, I didn't change out the cat litter. All right, I gotta remember to do that when I'm finished with this. Ah, damn it, did it again. And when does this? Oh man, I did this the other day. There we go.
I always forget how to just continue playing. It doesn't just play.
Wish I knew why I did that. You know what? I'm gonna go do the cat litter now. I'm gonna let this go. Stream's already live. I'm just gonna let this go because I'll forget. You know I will. So let me do it now. Back in a minute. Also, the sticks are ready. As soon as I'm done with this, it should be roughly 2 hours. I will start the potatoes. It'll be ready around 6. His thumbs came off when he was coming down the stairs. That was a little awkward. Alright. I need a little something, something for my head. Oops. All right. Let's see. Wonder when we're gonna notice the anti-lag. Wonder how quickly we'll notice it. Hey, dude. So this is the completionist. So you need to the Ganon Vol, and so you see the counter already. It's gonna tell you. That's awesome. That was a huge change that got put in. I'm not even gonna bother checking the ledge. Yes, so you have to go 216, 216 before Ganon is vulnerable. Already, I almost pulled back as like, I don't need that. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, there's going to be a little double backing, you would think. You're going to have a little bit of double backing. It's just, you're not going to be able to skip anything. It's like right there getting the compass. It's like, I almost stopped and did, but you got to pick it up. So, it's going to be a few weird things, but it shouldn't be that bad. Just think of a really bad Keysanity seed. Like a really bad open keys. Where you're going 190. Because when you go 190, you're at least 200 because you're skipping 10, 12 items each. It means shit though, like the book is gonna be can be a little trolly. You know, stuff like that. I already noticed, and I'm actually gonna ask him about this because I noticed it immediately. I generated 5 seeds, and already one of the 5 failed. I gotta ask him how frequently that's going to be, because that occasionally causes issues with our seed generator. I gotta find out how often that actually happens. Actually, I could probably just run a test suite of like 50 and see how many fail. Let's see what happens. I'm more curious, and you kind of notice it, even the little things you wouldn't think you'd notice. This that's a really good find, by the way. This anti-lag shit, the fast ROM thing. You kind of notice little things. When you drop down and you throw the bomb, there's always a little bit of lag there. And it wasn't there. Escape is going to be very interesting. If with what came out earlier today is true, is that escape with boots shave 10 seconds. Yeah, there's going to be some weird shit going on here. But I like that they were able to put the counter on there. And you heard me say, if having to switch to the fast ROM is a result of doing stuff like the HUD, because I understand what the HUD does and why it adds lag. I get it. And if that's a result of that, then I'm fine with it. So be it. I don't know why I did that. I got to go there anyway. I guess it makes sense. I guess it does kind of make sense to check that. That's one of those items that if it's like, if there's a key on there, something important, then you're going to beeline it once you get the books, or the boots. But yeah, I'm less concerned about, like, the seed logic or anything like that. The logic's gonna work. Why did I just do a map check? Like, whoops. I'm convinced that that's going to work. I have no doubt that the logic is going to work, because I suspect the error that I ran into when I was generating the seeds was caused by an unbeatable seed error, which happens occasionally. So they do all the placements, and then they test all the placements to make a walkthrough, and if it ever finds that it cannot do it, it fails. So I'm guessing that's what happened. I'm guessing. I just need to be aware of that. Otherwise, we're going to have... you know what that means? That means I need to do... Fuck. It means I need to fix the regenerate seed problem. Shit. Been avoiding that. There's a bot feature that Herfy and I can do if the seeds fail for some reason. If the generation sequence fails, like mid-pull. And it's been broken for a long time, and I just haven't bothered fixing it, because I know it's going to take, and it's a pain in the ass. I just haven't done it. Hi, kitten. Oh my god, are you psycho? You crazy? I wonder how you're supposed to route this. Like, I would do this anyway, but with the book, are you supposed to go in this type of a mode? Are you supposed to go in? I think you're supposed to go in, right? I suspect you're supposed to go in. Hi, would you mind moving? You got the sniffles? Hi. Why don't you go lay down? Do not lay on my robe, please. I might need that later. There you go. You got the sniffles. You can't lay on my lap right now, kid. That's a key. Yo, Dread. Oh, doing okay. How's your Sunday going? There are small, subtle things I'm noticing. Very small, subtle things. This lag is noticeable. This lag change. How they thought this wouldn't be noticeable. Like, if I didn't know it was in there, I would be thinking to myself, something's not quite right. I don't know what it would have been, and I wouldn't have guessed that. But to say this is not noticeable, that's not even close. Hundo Keysanity. So you see the counter on the top right there? It means you need to collect all 216 locations before Ganon is vulnerable. So this is a mode that we were going to do last season in ladder. But we were going to do it with self-policing, basically. Where you need to make sure that it says 216 of 216 when you go through the credits. Probably shouldn't have saved quit here. This is not going to be faster. Yeah, this is not going to be faster. But we were going to do it that way. And then the devs came up and said, well, we know how to do this to make Ganon vulnerable on 216. And they were like, so it's like, cool, let's do it. And then we had announced it, and then we were testing it, and immediately we realized there was key logic issues, where keys were being locked behind themselves, and it was creating unbeatable seeds. So we scrapped it last season, and they just launched a new beta update today with the flag in here. So I'm just testing it out just to make sure everything's good to go. was just where I needed to be for that, so... But yeah, just kind of doing some testing here, just to make sure it works. There's also another flag. It's not a flag, I guess. I shouldn't call it that. They changed something in the way that the lag works, and I'm testing that too. I'm not really testing it. I'm checking it to see how noticeable it is. And there's been tiny little subtle things. I guarantee you, if you were an NMG runner, you would have noticed it already. Like, you would have noticed it already if you were an NMG guy. I noticed little bits of it, but I'm also looking for it.
What time did you say supper?
Around 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to
Well, when are you going to start doing it? Like 5:30? Or are you going to start doing it at 6?
the steaks are already in.
No, I mean finish prepping.
Oh, the potatoes? As soon as I'm done with this, it should be around 5. Yeah, because I remember I bought potatoes. She's not listening anymore. Yeah, there's going to be some double dipping in this mode, I guarantee it. There's going to be some pretty savage double dipping in this mode. You know, I'm actually curious because we already have one Castle Tower key. We just picked up the boots. I wonder how. Yeah, I gotta wonder if we're quickly gonna be approaching maybe a wizard seed, which is great, I think, for this mode. I think you want to have a wizard seed. You gotta fucking do it anyway. Oh, if I had a weapon or a guide or literally anything that would help this, I would check I would do the chest and escape, but without it, I'm just not going to bother. I think we're going to go ahead and do this. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of double dipping with this mode. There's going to be a lot of double dipping. Maybe triple dipping. And I think you're almost... Boy, if you can catch dungeons on the first round... Like, for instance, I'm about ready... Because I'm going to dip Eastern. If you have the ability to... Oh, I should have checked this. Hold on. No, I'll check it later. If you have the ability to single dip a dungeon that is likely double dipped, like, you're going to gain so much time back. Yeah, because we're going to dive this. Even though we have Dark World access now. Actually, kind of especially because we have Dark World access now, because we don't have good Dark World access. Oh, Kitty's going to go in her bed. But... yeah, I will say the kudos to the devs for the counter. That's huge. I know there were talks about having trackers, maybe, because apparently there was a gray area with the trackers and what it should and shouldn't be able to track, and apparently the item counter is in that gray area where it's technically allowed to track, but you're not supposed to do it. But yeah, no, kudos to the devs for adding that. That makes a huge difference. Oh, there's going to be a spot in here. There's going to be a couple of spots in here where we're going to be able to test some of the lag. Because those anti-fairies are abysmal for lag. Hey, you got a cat. Yeah, I noticed it in a little bit in Kakariko. Because again, you're not... If I wasn't looking for it, I subconsciously probably would have known it was there, but I wouldn't have registered it. but I am looking for it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just... Part of me wants to not do this right here, just because we have to come back anyway. Again, I don't mind double dipping here. These modes are gonna be full of double dips. But here, there's a... I wish I had my sword. You can trigger the lag in that room right there with your sword out. Yeah, the only thing I wish that flag was toggleable, because I would love to be able to compare it. But it's just going to go live. Like they've already said that it's just going to go live with the update. So just got to get used to it. Horrible time to get that. So yeah, it'll be interesting. There'll be a couple of spots coming up here where I think we're going to be able to test. We'll have a good idea of what's what. Bastard. So what else? Yeah, man, I'm looking at the... I don't know how you're supposed to route this mode. Like, there's so many little subtle things that you can do differently. And actually, now that we have Cape, the moment we get Castle Tower 2, we should probably bum rush Castle Tower. Okay, there was one right there. That was noticeable. The transition into the forest area here. That was noticeable. Because the transition effect was faster. Oh shit. Man, I did not want to lose that because now this is a pain in the ass to kill these things. Yeah, everything's so out of whack now. I didn't even... I'm so out of sequence on this. Here comes the hand, yeah. Don't sneak in there. Okay. Doing this without a weapon, and... we're gonna miss that. Oh, God, I'm doing things so out of order. I think this is one of those modes, like, this is going to happen a lot. Where you're going to find you're going to be double dipping and triple dipping. Like, any little spot you could gain time back, I think is enormous. By skipping a dip. I wonder if that actually... I wonder if that actually lowers the importance of doing something like Skullwoods early. Probably not. It's probably the same as it would be in like just open keys or AD keys. It would yeah, you got to compare this to AD keys. Okay, yeah, we're dangerously close to getting Aga already. You know what would suck? I'm gonna take that, yeah. So I like the counter. I really do. I like the counter up there. But what's gonna be really bad in a mode like this is if you're about to finish the game and you're on 215, but you don't know where the last item is. Like, yeah, we're at 215 of 216. Where's the last item? Well, fuck if I know. Oh, I can't go into the door, but we're going to notice there'll be some moments here in a moment. We're going to be going into Thieves Town, and Thieves Town's got some notoriously bad lag. We won't be able to test. You know, I'll walk up there. I'll walk up there just to do it. The worst lag is in the room right before the big key, the big key door. That's probably some of the worst lag in the game. Because you've got a fire snake, you've got 2 floors. Especially when the red dude spits while you're running, it just absurd amount of lag. Here's some right here. Okay, yeah, I mean there was nothing there. Coming back up, I'm gonna do it even though I know we can't. We don't have that big key and everything. I'm gonna do it just to see. Curious on how they did this. Like, what's the change that actually allowed this to... Wonder if it's just memory allocation? Like, there's... Okay, yeah, that's smooth as shit. Because that would have... That's a spot. Here it is right here. This is the spot. Right here. Yeah, that's clean. That's fucking clean as a whistle. Do I have a fairy? Or is it a bee? I think it's a bee. Okay, it's a bee. Yeah, there's no lag there. NMG players are going to have issues with this. They are going to have issues. God, there's so many spots in Thieves Town where there's just a ton of natural lag. So I saw a post earlier. People were talking. I can't remember who it was that posted it. They were talking about. Oh shit! Somebody pinged me in ladder. What is it? Hold on. Let me read this. Sorry, I'm reading something here. Oh, Herfy's got it. Okay, Herfy got it. Thanks, Herf. It was about the fast roam thing. Do we just... Again, things are so different with this type of mode. But yeah, apparently the Argus feels very different because there's no lag on the hook shot. Oh my god, how many different times in the game when you normally use the hook shot and you're used to that long drawn out hook shot. Using it in Ganon, when you're on Ganon to hook from torch to torch. Nice. Like, that's gonna be huge. Yeah, I suspect the NMG... Somebody like me that doesn't play much anymore, and I don't NMG, like, hardly at all, probably not gonna notice or care about it that much. Probably not. I don't think it's gonna be that noticeable for someone like me. Again, I'm looking for it. But somebody like Ari, who runs NMG, you know, primarily, they're gonna notice. It's a nice time to get the flute. Speaking of the hook, wow, that opens up almost all of Death Mountain. So, okay, all right. So far, yeah, it's minimal. It's definitely minimal so far. Let's do... After the flute, we turn this in. I'm not going to worry about the purple chest right now. I'm going to check the... Let's go ahead and do escape. Like, I'm curious about escape. Because there's a lot of lag in the... what room? I guess I don't know what room that is technically. The one with the 2 green guards we usually dash through. That one's got some lag in it. Especially now that we have a sword and we can do sword spins. That'll make things even more noticeable. trying to think what else. Where else? Where else would be that we could do so far would be. Nothing else comes to mind that we can get access to right now. Yeah, these are things I'm actually really curious about right now. I keep looking at the counter, and it's like, the counter doesn't mean shit right now. 'Cause as long as you're thorough, it doesn't matter. Yo, dude. How is... Oh, okay. Think about this. How many rooms... There'll probably be a few in GT where you're gonna bonk when you don't mean to, because you're used to the lag and slowing down. There was a small hiccup right there. Because there's usually lag right there. There was a tiny little hiccup. So I guess there's still some of it in there. Unless I just imagined that. Really? Alright, so this next room is a big one. Oops. This one right here. Right here. Yeah, there's usually a little bit right there. I didn't notice any. Oh, don't actually need that key. Okay, alright. Cool, dude, yeah. I'll get back to it here soon. I usually just resub for a month. What am I doing? No, I totally didn't. Is there... No, this room's usually pretty lag-free. Why didn't I just kill him? I need to... No, I guess I'll use the green guard. Let's let this go. I usually resub whenever a patch comes out, and so I'm spending $15 to play for like 2 weeks, which... I'm sure they love that. It's a waste of money, but... I definitely didn't notice anything down there. Oh yeah, yeah. My I don't have a way to show you right now, but if you've seen it or you remember my PC, my Ultros theme PC, I've got the fan covers, the custom fan covers on there, and the top one is Ultros pushing the weight, and then Celeste is on the fan below it. The Celeste in the opera gear. Alright, let's do Death Mountain. Is there any lag in this room? I don't think so. Not that I can think of. There's definitely some on Death Mountain. You'll notice that on the climb. I'm gonna try to not look for it, because I'm gonna try less and less to look for it right now, because I think it'll just happen. Like something will happen. Oh fuck. Oh hey, never mind. Like something will happen and you'll be like, oh, that was weird. Like right there, there's usually a little bit. That was clean. I mean, it works. Whatever they did for this, it seems like it works. Here I was about to check it. Ah, you moron. You dumbass. Oh, why didn't I check Castle Tower? That's actually kind of a big thing. I should have done that. Alright, so... What... And we'll find something up here. It's almost guaranteed. Just because we don't have a lot. We're running out of checks. We still have a decent amount of checks in pod. So we got 2 keys? Oh, 1 and 1. We have 1 in the big. So, alright, well. So far everything's working pretty good. Again, I'm not at all concerned about the logic not working. I'm confident the logic is going to work. Just because the seed rolled. And I did have 1 fail when I was working this, so... when I'm done, I'm going to go into my code, and I'm probably going to send a payload of seeds over to the beta site, just to make sure it works, and see how many failures come back. Because I think I got was it a 409 I think I got? I think it was a 409. I think I still have it in my browser history. Or is it a 427? I get them mixed up sometimes. But I need to, because if it's... There's a small issue with the way that we generate seeds, that if it fails... Here's basically what it is. If it fails mid-payload, so if we have to generate 10 seeds, and... Why am I looking? There's no reason to look. If we have to generate 10 seeds and it fails on seed 5, it finishes properly. It regenerates and it works. If it fails on seed 1, it fails. It just fails overall, and I know why. It's stupid. And I have to change the way that the seeds are returned back to the bot. That's why I haven't done it yet, because it's a pain in the ass. But I need to see that, because if there's like a 10% failure rate on these seeds, because I'm guessing there's it's the logic recheck, where it has to go back and generate the walkthrough and make sure that all 2 of 16 are available. Because if there's a higher failure rate with these, I need to make sure that's in there. And I suspect there will be. Oh, no, that's fine. I restarted. I suspect there will be a slightly higher failure rate with these. We don't see them very often. We only really see them with mystery. Mystery, and every once in a great while we see one with like 80 keys. Oh, there's Castle Tower too. Okay, actually that works out. We can run this whenever we want now. Like, we only really see them in few fringe spots. But, like, mystery makes sense, because the modes are out of whack. Wow, does this really push you away from doing stuff? Like, I could go into Hera right now, but I don't think I want to. Like, this almost feels like you don't want to do, like, in-sequence things. Like, double dipping Eastern, I think, is fine. But I'm almost feeling like... I don't know why I did that. I'm say quitting here in a moment. It's habit. I almost feel like going into Hera and sequence breaking things almost seems like it's a bad idea with a mode like this. Huh. Anyway, just... There will be a meta for a mode like this, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Let's look at these 3 out of the way. We have to do them anyway. Oh, we have the small for desert. We could go back into desert. Thieves small. It's good to get that thieves small before the big. Because I don't want to go back in there until we have that and the hammer. Yeah, let's actually just do this. And then... Do you check? Do you check the front of Meyer? You do have the big, and... Oh, all the smalls, apparently. I wasn't even paying attention to how many smalls we had. I totally just missed that. Yeah. Bonk the shit out of that. Ow! Are you supposed to do that here? It's a 7 check. I guess you're supposed to do that. We'll do it. I don't think there's any lag in this room. I think that room is always lag free. Let's do checkerboard before we do Meyer. That way we could just save quit out of Meyer. We don't have to mirror out anything. So, I wonder... I feel like this mode is going to have the same... almost the exact same player base as AD keys. Like, if you enjoy AD keys, you're probably going to like this. Oh my god. It's going to have the same pluses and minuses, so...
Look at my nipples.
You know, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Vegeta's nipples are so delicate on Sundays. I hope you can appreciate that. Okay, there's usually a little lag there. Again, I wish I would have had the ability to compare certain rooms with it on and off. So far, I think it's fine. Thieves Town is going to be the test. Honestly, the dungeon that is going to show what the advantages and disadvantages are going to be Thieves Town and Swamp Palace, I think. Because there's so much lag in those, and you compensate for it. Uh-oh. Alright, that's fine. You overcompensate for it, so... I feel like that's going to be one of those that you're just going to instinctively do it wrong in the first few times. And I feel bad for the NMG runners that go back and forth. Like, wow, I wonder if that's going to push people away from this. I didn't really think about it until now. Let's say you're a high-end... Let's say you're airy, okay? Let's just say that you are airy. And if you are, you're good at this. But let's just say you're airy, and you run NMG 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. Would you play this mode knowing that it's going to install potentially bad muscle memory, or knowing that your good muscle memory is going to cause you problems? Like, would you stay away from it? You know what? I'll ask him. That never gets old. Fucking love that. Yo, thanks. Much appreciated. Happy Sunday, everybody. Oh, we can finish Desert now. Yeah, it's just... it's such a... It's a question I can't answer because I don't play NMG. I have not launched an NMG in 4 or 5... It's been... we've been at this house for 4 years, and it was long before then. So... That's a really valid... I think it's a valid concern. What am I doing? Well, I guess never mind. I have to go through anyway. I have to do the... I have to get the big chest. Again, it's weird because you can't Jeebus! Okay, timing's a little off. You can't skip anything in here, so... That's so... Yeah, I'll ask him. That's a question I would like to have an answer for, is this change going to push away NMG runners? Oy. I think it might. Like, honestly, I think it might. If you want to stay on top of your NMG game, but you want to be competitive in this scene, I almost feel it's slightly counterintuitive. Now, I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of things in the game already that's going to push you in that direction, like quick swap. Obviously, you have menuing muscle memory with NMG because, I mean, hell, you're manipulating your items to make sure you get certain areas that your items are certain. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. That your items are what they are in certain areas of the game. Like, you item manipulate because of that. So you're already installing a unique set of muscle memories. But what... That is a fantastic question. Like, is this going to push away a few people? It's probably very small. It just would be... If it would, unfortunately, it would be players like Aerie who are very good at this. And... Yeah, boy, that is a very interesting question. That is not what I wanted. Oops. Oh, hey, speaking of the devil! Speak of the devil himself, and he shall appear. Aerie, got a question for you, dude.
Look at my nipples.
Oh. Yo, thanks for the follow, dude. Much appreciated. I have a question. So we were just talking about these, and I've noticed a few of the changes to the fast ROM. You're in a very unique situation where you play rando, but you also you do a shit ton of NMG. Is a change like this? What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm gonna do next. When a change like this, where the fast ROM is always going to be active, is that going to actively push you like away from this? Because I feel like that's going to throw your muscle memory all out of whack, and it's going to actually hurt your ability to play the rando side of this. Okay, that's what I was curious about right there. Okay, well there you go. That was I kind of assumed that you would be that it would push you away from it, but yeah. Okay, well there. That was the question I was looking to have answered. So the door branch, I've never used. Well, I shouldn't say never. I rarely use door branch. I think I'm going to stay in sequence here. I think I'm just gonna stay in sequence because we have to come back here anyway. A little bit, yes. It's so what. There's a few things that I noticed almost immediately. When you throw the bomb, so when you go into the well cave, and you're dropping down, and you throw the bomb, and then open the chest. And when you're in the well cave in Kakariko, I noticed that. I noticed a few little areas. Thieves Town, very different. When you're running up with the I don't know the room names like you guys do because I don't play the NMG style. The room where you're heading towards the big door, the big key lock door when you're heading to the second part. I mean, there's no lag there at all. You went clean through. There's that. I've noticed a little bit, like if I hadn't been looking for it, a lot of this I wouldn't have noticed. Thieves Town I definitely would have noticed, and the bomb with the opening of the chest and the well I definitely noticed. There's been a few little things with opening up chests and shit that if you weren't looking for it, you probably wouldn't. Like, again, your subconscious might realize it, but at the same time, you wouldn't have exactly known what it was. I haven't noticed anything so far with the standalone items. Not yet. I'm trying to think of what else have I noticed so far. That's probably it so far, but I haven't been to Turtle Rock yet. Swamp is going to be interesting. Apparently the Argus fight is very different. And that's the reason that I wanted to ask you about those sort of things, because I knew that would be. What am I doing? I need to go do that other check because I've isolated it. I gotta go back the other way. Routing this is really weird because I know that there's dead items all over the place, but you gotta pick them up anyway. This is gonna be a really weird mode for people to get used to. But yeah, you're the type of person I think that would be affected most by this. Somebody that runs NMG very competitively, and you've got room timings down to a frame. So yeah, trying to think where I'm going next. How many lag spots are there in Aga Tower? There's a couple. Trying to think how many though. Yeah. Oh god, oh well. Eventually, I'll have Butter Sword. That's going to make a huge difference. Like that'll make a significant difference. Mirror Shield. Is it noticeable for you guys? Yeah. Okay. And again, what am I doing? I don't want to keep this portal. Because I don't do NMG. I'm only half paying attention to what I'm actually doing on screen right now, so if I'm fucking shit up, that's why. Okay, yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if that's... I'm curious if that's the type of feedback that the devs would be interested in getting. Because obviously they haven't pushed this yet, but that's... I really wish that it would be toggleable right now, because I would like to test this with and without. I mean, if it's... Thanks for the follow, dude. Enjoy those nips. They are absolutely wonderful. Oops. Okay, I'm only half paying attention right now, so I'm going to be all over the board. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's not. It's noticeable. It's noticeable. Like, I noticed the first bomb throw in there, I noticed it immediately. It was the bomb throw followed by opening up the chest in the well. That's the very first thing I noticed. And when you open that chest, it was clean as a whistle. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice. Like, I think the lack of lag is actually quite nice for that it runs very smooth. Exactly. If you're a rando player only, I think it's very good. So I understand their side of it. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Couldn't say any better right there. Well, now we're going to get flippers here sometime soon. I don't have a way to splash delete. I guess you could do it. I'm not even going to bother. I'll come back and get that later. Okay, where's our shit at? This feels like we got to go to pod. Which means we don't have hammer, we got to go the long way. That's fantastic. You know what, let's go do escape. Let's go do escape now. I'm curious on I'm only with fighter sword. I really wish I had master sword going through escape or tempered or butter, because I think it's going to show up more with the particle effects through escape than anything else. We're probably not going to see much in here. But hey, we got to do it anyway, so. But yeah, I would like to have been able to compare the two. Like, roll a seed. Okay, wow, that's significant, yeah. I don't have a better way to do this, do I? Not with fighter sword. No bow. No hammer. Ah! God, I hate doing this with fighter sword. I really hate doing this place with fighter sword. It's shitty. I don't have hammer. I don't have anything. I guess I could use bombos. Yeah, you know what? Bombos have probably just been faster there. I guess I didn't think about that, but... Oh, shit! Oh, let me do bombos in a room. Let me get to a room that's got a lot of enemies in it. Let me just do a bombos. Like, that's gonna cause a ton of lag. Oh, ether? Okay, let's try that. Let's try that, see how it looks. I'll do it in the, trying to think which room to do it in. Let's do it in the, let's do it in the red room. I'll do it right here. Yeah, sure. Zero. Yeah, but that was clean. You walk right through it. I mean, that's not something that you're going to... That's not something you're going to ever run into in NMG, but... and hell, you're probably never going to do that in Rando either. I mean, why would you ever use Ether there? Let me bombos in this room. I'm curious. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clean. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's exactly that. Oh, that would be actually really interesting, yeah. Doing it TAS, just to see what the difference is. Do a vanilla TAS versus... normal, yeah, that would be very interesting. Fuck, missed it. Like, I would be curious to see that. I suspect it's pretty significant. Like, you're talking... I mean, would you save, like, are we talking minutes? I think we're in the minute to 2 minute range. I wish that I had I wish I could do the proper, fast speed on Argus for you to see how that is. Well, you know, when I do Argus, even the hook shot in the Argus room is going to be very different, especially when you have the swords out and ready, because the particles on this is going to be very, very different. Yeah, I think the whole point of this is going to be if you're a rando only runner, it's probably a good thing. So I think that would be. Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really, the biggest thing I'm noticing, I mean, it's noticeable. It is 100% noticeable. Anybody that says it's not noticeable, 100% wrong. It is noticeable. I noticed it a minute in. It is 100% noticeable. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up and do it this way, just to do it. Actually, no, I'm not. Never mind. I'm gonna go do it this way because I don't have the flippers yet. Yeah, it's totally noticeable. But if you're just a rando-only player, again, it's probably good. It's probably good if you're a rando-only player. NMG's gonna hate this. Like, if you're an NMG player, I mean, Aries said it himself. And I mean, I can't ask for anybody to give a better opinion about it than him. Yeah. Oh, here's gonna be an interesting one. Yeah, there would be a little lag right there, too. The monkey jumping around, there's a little bit there. Yeah, it's totally noticeable. Eventually, I'll get back to Thieves Town once I can get the big. And hopefully the hammer. Thieves Town is already very noticeable. Again, NMG, not NMG, rando only. Again, I think it's a good thing. But yeah. The only piece of it, I wish that we had the ability to toggle it. I trust that you guys wouldn't just do this just to do it. But I'd be very curious on the reasoning of it related to... Oh, I need to actually do some damage here because I need to... I think all I have is a... yeah. I'd be very curious on how bad it was that made it so that this was needed. I'd be very curious to know that. Oops. Oh my god. I'm all over the board right now. I'm trying to do 3 things at once. Okay. Yeah, I think that's my only feedback so far, is that I think it would be better if it was toggleable. But, again, especially in a mode like this, I can't compare it. Like, I would like to be able to... I should probably just get that. Because I'm going to have to come back in here anyway. Yeah, I should just get that chest. What is... Okay, so tell me, because I don't play the door branch at all. Like, how bad is the lag with doors when you've got the counter up there? Because I know that counter with doors can go up to, like, what, 600 or whatever. Like, is it really bad? Wow, okay. Okay. See, and this would be a good mode to test this on, to see, is the lag considerable enough where it's an unpleasant experience if you're not playing it? So do you even know? Yeah, I guess you full clear this now that you get the 5th key. I don't have the big. Oh, I do have the big. Wait, yeah, I guess I can just do it. I just don't have the bow. Like, hey, we have a bow. I guess we should have just gone to pod all along. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I guess I understand that part of it. And again, I don't play Door Branch, so I get that. That actually makes some sense. It makes good sense. Did I do anything out of order here because of the way I routed this? I routed this really weird because I changed it a couple of times. Oh, that's another one. You might have just noticed that. The light to dark transitions, there's always that tiny little bit of lag there when you go from light to dark. I noticed it when, I also noticed it when you're entering the Lost Woods area. The Skullwoods area. You notice there too, where there was always a little bit of lag on that transition, where it gets all pixelated and shit. It's that natural transition there. I noticed it there too, where that was gone, which probably is what, half a dozen frames. Oh, there's one. Okay, did you notice that right there? Mimics. Okay, that was... I almost missed that because I was expecting that left to right lag on the top Mimic. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Yeah, that was different. Okay, that's a great example right there. But again, if you're playing rando only, that's not a bad thing. Yo, dude, what's going on? You working? It's 4 o'clock on a Sunday. Oops, what am I doing? Cool, dude. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. We're gonna do Helma. I'll do Helma, the slow, there right there, that transition was faster. Let's do Helma with Sword Out. Dude! That's night and day. I'm letting this go as long as we can to test it. That's night and fucking day. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Again, from a strictly rando aspect, like 2 thumbs up. That's cool. It would take time to get used to. Wow, if you're not expecting that, that's weird. That is weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anybody that said that this wasn't noticeable did not play this. They did not test it at all. That is... yeah. Yeah, that's not even close. I thought I stepped on the line there. Okay, alright, well there you go. There's... basically the same. Yeah, that's kind of why. Again, I'm not gonna lie to you. From me as a person, I kind of like it. I kind of do. And if you get used to it. It's nice. But if you're an NMG runner, I could totally see how you hate this with a passion. There's going to be a little lag right here. There should be. I think that one's variable, though. Like, I think I've seen that without lag, so... Whoops. Timing just seems slightly off on a few things. Okay, I'm going to pick up the extra arrows here for sure, because I wonder if Armos is going to be different. No, that was just me being stupid. That didn't seem too far. Yeah, that didn't seem like it was very different. Yeah, there wasn't anything there. Yeah, I will test the lag stick in a few areas. Actually, you know what? Let's do it now. Let's test the lag stick in Spike Cave. Oops. Okay, whatever. Again, that's not anything to lag. That's just me sucking. Oh, let's grab this too. Hold on. I might as well do it while I'm here. Wow, that Helma fight was whacked. I really, really, really want to try Argus. Vidi won't be any... I don't think Vidi's going to be that much different. Like, there'll be some... NMG Vidi would be different. All right. You know what? There's not a lot of lag. There's less lag in this room than I thought. Because this feels no different. Yeah, I think there's less lag in there than I was thinking. That wasn't. Vidi wasn't, yeah, I didn't think there would be that much difference in Vidi. Trying to think what else? What else can we grab real quick here? Yeah, Argus I think is going to be the big one. Argus, oh my god, Argus is going to be... Even going just with the hook shot with the normal non-NMG method where you're not... That is going to feel so weird because when you hook up and down... like that is such a different... That's going to feel so different. See, now we're double backing and doing a lot of the one-ups here. I still don't know where the fucking flippers are. Like, flippers is... we're almost out of places to go. I didn't dive Turtle Rock, even though we could. Because we know where the... As long as flippers aren't in there, it's not the end of the world. Because flippers are locking the fire on. We could do... a Splash Deletion, I'm not going to, because I'm not very good at it. Okay, well, that's another thing we can do there. Trying to think what else we could do right now. What else? I think actually the next thing we'll do is we'll go do... Oh! You know what I'll do? Let me go do Vidi with lag stick. Because we have to do that anyway. Let's go do Vidi with the lag stick. I wonder if that's going to burn through magic so much faster. I bet it will. It'll feel like the magic is going to go so much faster. Let's go do that next. Let me get these 2 checks in, and then we'll go do that. That'll be a good test, because that's usually just a metric shit ton of lag. At least until a couple of the eyes are dead. Although, you know what's gonna... I don't know if... It'd be noticeable if you know what to look for, but it won't feel bad, because after a few of the eyes die, there's never any lag anyway, right? Am I misremembering this? Like, there's generally not a lot of lag until after a few of those die. So it probably won't actually be as noticeable as I thought. But initially it will be. When all the eyes are alive and you've got lag on with... Because I'm going to do it with Master Sword. In fact, you know what? Just a second. I'm just going to pick up a couple of goos here because I'm going to be fucking around with a couple of things. Yeah, Booze Booze is gone. Goodbye, Booze Booze. Hello, my name is Booze Booze. You know me from popular kids cartoon Buzz Buzz. Look at me. My apologies to any Russians out there. That accent is abysmally bad. Alright. Oh, you blocked my shot, you dick. So, Ari, here's another thing that I was thinking about. Like, right there. How many times do you pull off when you're doing a dash with boots, expecting there to be lag there? So, like, you're doing a normal dash, and you're expecting it to lag, so you think you have more time than you do, and then you just run straight into the fucking wall. I did notice one of those early. I still do spooky, don't ask. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. Oh, I guess we can't do spooky anyway. We don't have the fire rod. Yeah, I might as well just stay in sequence at this point. I'll go get the fire rod once we get the flippers. Oops. No lag in that room. Sometimes a little bit right there. All right, so let's get our lag rod out. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, there's obviously nothing. Magic is, oh my god, magic is going so much faster though. Yeah, by now there wouldn't be any anyway. The magic drains so much faster. Ha! Like, that's just a side effect. That's just a side effect of that, because the frames are just going faster. Is that you're just going to burn through magic, you're just going to burn through it faster. I think that's just one of those weird kind of side effects. Thanks, I don't care. Whatever works for you. Yeah, it would be, because you would usually see some lag in the lightning too. Yep. Hold on, I actually should check. Okay, none of these are the reds. Yeah. Okay. He would not have noticed that. Oh my god, flippers. Oh, that is funny. I see lightning, you scrub. I was doing it for science. Okay, yeah, let me know. You scrub. Oops. I will say this is a great seed for doing Hundo on, because I'm basically full clearing and not intentionally. That was funny. All right, so I guess we're gonna do this and that, and then we're gonna do this. We'll do we'll run over to Catfish, I guess, and then we have to go to Death Mountain because we're down to Turtle Rock and Turtle Rock only. Oh man, that was good. That was really good. Pod 6, okay. I mean, we need it, obviously. I hate that Pod 6. Alright, let's just run over, we'll do Catfish, and then we'll head up. Catfish is going to be flippers, I guarantee it. It's going to be flippers. Because we're down to this, and then the non-fire rod checks and Turtle Rock, and that's it. This is not faster than the other way, is it? Yeah. Oh, shit! I don't want to kern jump. What am I doing? Fuck, I'm not going to kern jump. I'd be here for an hour. Out of all of the things that I've done but cannot do very well, kern jump is #1 on the list. I've talked about this very publicly before. I'm so bad at that timing. Alright, you're going to have to watch me dash for a minute. I'm just going to run it. I know I could save quit and go to the other one. I just don't care at this point. I'm not going to current jump. I'm so bad at fucking current jumping. Yes, I know. I could have mirrored and done it the other way, but this is fine. I don't care. We're not doing this for speed. I'm doing it for tests. This is for science, damn it. Cassie, if you're still there, I have a question. I don't know if you're still there. I don't have my chat list up. You are. Have you guys did like mass tests on generating these seeds with the completionist flag? So I occasionally will get a... Well, that was weird. I just clipped right into that. I have never once... Did you see that? I clipped into the mountain. I have never clipped into that mountain before. Oh, I'm sure it will. I've never seen it. It's never happened to me before. Sorry, the question is, did you run like a bunch of tests against the completionist flag? I ran 5, and I got 1 failure almost immediately out of that. What am I doing? I'm only curious because I rarely get, well, I think they're the 427s. It's either the 427s or the 409s. I can't remember the error code. And I got one on like the 2nd attempt with the completionist flag. It means that it generated it and then it failed in the test. I'm curious because it's a bug I need to fix in my code where if I do a batch of, let's say, 5 requests, if the first request fails, the entire payload fails. I know why it does it. It's an error in my code. It's a bitch to fix. I'm just curious. I could usually, when I do payload tests, I could do 50 and never get a failure. And I got one on the 2nd attempt that I did. And it would make sense on a flag like this failing the check. I'm just curious if you did one, if you had a success to failure rate, like a percentage. I was planning on doing a few payload tests. I'm trying to read there. I think it'd be the failing request that goes completions, but accessibility is 100%. Ooh, that would be a good one. That would be a good one. Yeah, it could have been just a random. Maybe I got lucky. But I noticed it was the second attempt. This would have been about 2 hours ago is when I did this. You would have seen 6 locations from the same IP if you want to check your logs. I was planning on throwing like 20 or 30 against the beta site. I knew it. I fucking knew that. I'm just gonna leave. I fucking knew that was gonna be there. I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I was just gonna do a couple. I'll probably fix the bug. I'll probably fix it too, because again, I've got a bug in my software that it's been in there since the beginning of time. And unfortunately, it only happens when it's the first one, because I have an index. I back out of an index, and I end up going in the negative on the index, and I'm lazy sometimes when it comes to shit like that, because I know it's so fucking rare. But it happened just the other day. Because the bot yells at me when that happens, and unfortunately I have to restart the bot when that happens to fix it. And it was just a random... well, here's the thing. It failed. It was an AD keys seed that it failed on. And... yeah, it just so happened. And it just happened to fail when it failed, so... yeah, I was just curious. I will, I'll run a couple, and if it... you know, if I do 2 batches of 25 and there's no errors, then I probably just got lucky. I don't know why I did that. I'm doing like 6 things at once right now in my brain. Like right here, this transition. Yeah, that transition is slightly faster. It's single-digit frames, but you can tell that transition is much cleaner. Come on, really? Oh, this is crystal. I was hoping it was going to be pendant. Where's the other pendant at? Oh, we don't know yet. We haven't done a map check. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, in this case, but yeah, I'll do that, because I'm going to fix my code anyway. I know how to fix it. I might as well do it. I'll do it before the next season release. It gives me time to fix another code, another piece of... another error that I've... oh, right there! Okay, the anti-lag right there was noticeable. Because you always have lag in that room, and I almost bonked on the fucking bottom wall, which I've never done ever. That was noticeable. Because that room has always got lag. That was totally noticeable. Oops. I missed it, yeah. No reason to try to do that. I don't think you can do that after you've missed. Oh, this will be a good test. I'm not hitting him on purpose here. Yeah, okay, that's clean. There's no lag in this room. There's zero lag with your sword out with the particle effects and all these and all the spikes. Honest to God, you know what? That's almost a detriment. That's almost a detriment. Because I know I do it. I'm doing this intentionally. I'm stretching this out. I want to see if I can trigger any lag. Yeah, there's none. Wow, that is so different. That's because you use the lag in this room. Like, you use it. Okay, we've tested. We did. Okay, we did enough. I just wanted to see how that was good. What that was going to do. Oh shit! I didn't see that. I should have done it. Oh, I totally should have done that. I wasn't paying. I wish I would have looked at chat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no lag in this. That's the thing, is like you expect lag in this room to dodge and duck and weave and all that. So this is a beta release. This was a beta release that came out today. I totally just. Oh, I didn't. How did I not? Okay. Anyway, this is so they changed something in the ROM generation to assist with lag. That removes pretty much all the lag from the game, and it does exactly that. Like, there's no fucking lag there. Oh, I should have done Burna and Samaria. I don't know why I didn't do that. But yeah, you're used to the lag. Like, that's a perfect... Oh, no. Oh, God. Enemizer in that room is going to be abysmal. Well, if you're playing Boss Shuffle, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking right there. If you're playing Boss Shuffle and you expect to save time with this, congratulations. You just lost all your time and then some in that room right there. How often is Helmasaur in that room? Like, a lot? I still offer this. I'm a scrub. Don't judge. Ah, you can judge. It's fine. I'm a scrub. Oh my God. A helicopter in that room is going to be the worst. Yeah, I can be. You can judge me. That's fine. I accept it. Thieves big. Okay, we can do that now. Let's go do that. Here's the next one. It'll be that room there. My God, I just realized how bad that is going to be. Wow. I mean, I get a lot of it, but my God, that is going to be horrible. You know what's funny is Herfy and I were talking when we were thinking that the flag was still going to be toggleable. We were talking about this and we were like, would you want to turn it on for Enemizer? I almost feel like now it's the other way around. You want this fucking thing off for Enemizer, because how often... There's generally lag in that room too. How often do you use the lag in Boss Shuffle to your advantage? Like, that's just natural. Oh no! What about something stupid like Trinex in the Ice Armos room? I mean, you're dead, right? You're dead. Like, unless you have a couple of bottles and a ton of equipment. Oh, no. Unless you have a ton of bottles and or quit, you're dead. You're just going to lose. Like, you're not killing that room. Little lag. Look at that. Cause some lag. Cause a little bit of lag there. Bam! I got you good, you fucker. Yeah, Enemy boss shuffle. That's gonna be whacked. Where's you know what? Let me do a map check here. We know it's Turtle Rock. Okay. That one actually is important to know. Oh shit! That's horrible. Now I kind of want to see it just to see it, but you just increase the difficulty tenfold with something like Ice Trinex, with Ice Armos Trinex. That's I don't like. Okay, see, I was thinking it the other way around, because there's extra lag that is added when you do Enemizer with enemy shuffle. You know, you get that all the time. You get bad rooms. Like in here, enemy shuffle is ridiculously bad. But this room right here, there's usually lag right there. That's gone. Yeah, right there, there's usually a little bit. But, and I figured it'd be a good thing. But man, boss shuffle? Holy buckets, man. That's a thing. That's a real thing. Yeah, I missed it both times. There's no lag right there. I mean, that's kind of, I like that. That was clean. Like, that was pretty clean right there. Was able to weave through there. I mean, you expect lag in that room, but that was good. But wow. And no, I'm not doing Enemizer Seeds for science. You guys can fucking go to town on that shit. I ain't doing it. I already hate boss shuffle, and I hate Enemizer Seeds with a passion. Yeah, it's very clean. It's very, very clean. Yeah, it's 100%. It's very slick. Everything moves very fluid. Again, I think on a whole, it's really good. I didn't think about that enemy. I didn't think about it until doing Moth, and thinking about that room, because that room has got 2 or 3 fights in boss shuffle that are just god awful. Helma in that room is bad. Argus in that room is so horrible. And then, yeah, Ice Armos with Trinex, that's almost unwinnable. Like, you need bottles going into that, and you need safeties. Like, you need at least blue mail and a decent amount of safety to get through that fight. That is going to be horrible, dude. Yeah. Yeah, and he already mentioned that. Yeah, that was yeah, to say anything is not noticeable is laughable. Oops. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Come on, dude. What was that? Harabig. Alright. I'm kind of staying in sequence here, just because... Oh, because... Yeah, I mean, Thieves Town was clean. There was a few rooms there that were definitely noticeably different. Wait, where's our other pendant? It's got to be Hera, right? I'm not really paying attention here. What's going on? But yeah, let's just do things as they approach. Let's just go do Hera. Yeah. Again, here's my opinion on this, and I said this earlier. If you guys felt it was if it was required for a good gaming experience, because obviously I haven't seen it without it active in a mode like this. I get it, and you guys do what you have to do for that. I get it, totally reasonable, makes perfect sense. But man, there's going to be so many. It's going to cause so many issues to somebody like me that's been playing this now for what, 5-6 years. And what am I doing? I'll just, like, it's, I haven't looked up the other way of setting this up, so I'll just do it that way. Yeah, it's noticeable, without a doubt. And I'm not going to be able to make that. What am I doing? You can't hook there, you silly person. Yeah, it's very. I think it's. There's some areas that are very minimal. Like, again, the transition into the Skullwoods area. It's very very minor, but it's there. Like, it's single digit frames that you get back when you do that transition into there. But it's there, and if you're looking for it, you'll see it. And if you're somebody like Ari who does a lot of NMG, you're gonna notice it instantly. Like, I noticed it, and I'm kind of a scrub. So, but the big changes, yeah. And I think I get it why you wouldn't think about, like, Enemizer is one of those that, yeah, there's a lot there, but you're going to notice it with enemy shuffle, and it's going to be a good thing. You're going to notice it in boss shuffle, and it's going to be... That's hit or miss. It could be really good or it could be really bad. I'm just thinking about the Ice Armos room and how bad that is going to be for certain fights. What are we missing? I'm not even really paying attention to what we need for the finish here. Like, are we actually in Go-Go? Oh, we don't have the small yet. Never mind. We don't have the Swamp Small. Plus, we don't have the Turtle Rock Big. So what's going to happen in that case is you're going to get the... There's the Swamp Small. Okay, we can go do that next. You're going to get the mystery crew. The people that do a lot of mystery seeds, they're going to notice that instantly. Like, it would be interesting to see... Like, I think what we could do this, is do a Plando, and it doesn't even need to be a Plando. It could just be a, let's start somebody off like full equipment, and then just enemize that room. I totally fucked that up. You idiots. Oh my god. And just have set Trinex in that room and just do it. And see how bad it is. Yes, they do? Yes. They do. I think they do. Yes? I'm not actually 100% sure. I don't think I've ever done a spoiler log with Enemizer on. Yeah, I think they do. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen it. But yeah, exactly. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm pretty sure they do. But if you put a gun to my head, I'm not certain. I will say one thing, and this is a logical thing. I mean, okay. It could also just be random because I've only done one of these. I'm noticing we're getting a lot of small keys early. Because I'm guessing your fill algorithm changed. And we're probably going to see almost all completely junk in GT. It could also just be placebo on this one. And we're just getting lucky. But it almost seems like the fill algorithm is slightly different with this completionist on. But again, that could just be... I could be looking too much into that. God damn it. Oh, I wish I would have hit the right one on that one, because there's usually a touch lag there, too. But no, I suck. Alright, let's go do Swamp, I guess. It does? Okay. Okay, that's good, that's good. So, but you can plando that. Can you, I don't think you can't do it from, so yeah, you can't do it from the customizer, but you can do it if you, so I can do that if you do the payload, you can do it manually. There are ways of setting the bosses, but you have to generate the payload manually. Like, I could do it from my side. I know how to do that. Hey, look at that. So you could do a customized seed that has... so yeah, I could do a customized seed with placing bosses and then starting with like 100% equipment. So you could just go immediately to it. Oh, okay, so here we go. This is where things are going to get weird. But yeah, you can do that. You just have to do it from a manual payload. I have to remember how to do that though. I did that once with we did that one year with April Fools. Where we had the bosses preset. I don't remember how to do it though. I have to look and see if I got notes on that. Hey, guess what? I don't play anymore. As you can noticeably see, I have no idea how to set up Specky. No fucking clue. Never even looked at it. I've seen people do it, and I understand what it does, and I understand everything about it. I just never once tried it. From what I understand, it's incredibly easy. Well, it's been legal in ladder now for a month. By the second week of September 2025, Tark will finally say it's legal. Was that mean? What I said, was that a little mean? Was that a little mean? I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking it back. I meant it. I meant everything about it. If you saw my announcement on why I'm still a little peeved about that, you'll understand why. You'll get it. There's reason. Anyway. I'm surprised the new Tark admins haven't contacted me yet and said and asked me to come back on board. I'm actually surprised that hasn't happened. Maybe they know better. Maybe they don't want me there. That's actually very possible. Yeah, well, Fear has incentive to do that. Apparently, when I tried to get it done and was 99% there, they just didn't want to have anything to do with it. Okay, I'm going to shut up about that. It's been publicly stated I'm a little still pissy about it. I've been very open about that. It's in the announcements of Ladder. Go read it. I was very, very clear about it. Yeah, this is where you get the hookshot. The hookshot's in the big chest. God damn it. Yeah, it's in the big chest of this dungeon. You have to. It's required for this dungeon, so... Yeah, because there's two... You can't get the key, and you can't get across that little area right there. But I still don't do diver. I'll never do diver down. Never, 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 never. Oh, maybe not never, but... Alright, so what do we still need to finish this game? We still need the Swamp Big. We need the Turtle Rock Big. There's the Turtle Rock Big. Okay, I wish that was the Swamp Big. So, Turtle Rock Big, probably, or Swamp Big probably in GT at this point, because it's a pendant. I'd say that's probably likely. So, 173, so 127, so 174. That's 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, plus 4. Why do I feel like I've missed something? What haven't I done? Oh, Fat Fairy. We haven't done Fat Fairy yet. And the Ped Pull. Okay, so we got those to do still. Alright, here we go. This is going to be weird. Dude, no! No, 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 no. Do not like. Oh, do not like. Oh, you use that lag to buffer when you're going to use your spin. Oh, I guess if you're not doing the spin, it's nice. If you're just doing slashes here, it's actually kind of nice. Yeah, if you're doing slashes, that's kind of nice. But if you're doing spins, or if you're doing like spins, like Fighter Sword, that would be so bad. I totally fucked this fight up. Ooh, do not like. Do not like. You added that to the icon. That's new. Is that for the color blindness? Oh wait, I need to go back in here. I forgot. I need to pick up the Iliad chest. I'm assuming you added that for the colorblind? Yeah, okay. That works. I wasn't noticing. I guess I'll notice here in a moment when we pick up the other 5/6. Was there any change to the 5/6 crystal? I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, as well as you can see. Yeah, I mean... I didn't even pay it. I'm just going to mark one of these as 5/6. I have no idea which one it was, but I got one of them. Gotcha. Okay. That makes... Okay. I wasn't even paying... I didn't notice it. I probably would have noticed. probably do this after. Like, the shit I'm doing right now, you could probably do this after. Like, you don't have to do this now. I just do my cleanup now instead of later. Doesn't really matter when you do this. We have to do this. We have to go do... yeah, we have no anything else to do there, so... What am I doing? You dumbass! The other thing I've noticed, and this is kind of... this is probably a side effect. I noticed it actually when I did Bombo's tablet. When you flute, you know how if you try to flute immediately after Bombo's tablet, it won't let you? You have to either do a spin speed or anything like that. Or even when you're doing it, when you take the... when you release when you get the bird. Like, there's that... You've got a few frames where you cannot flute. That seems like that's gone now. Because I've been able to flute immediately. Hello. I'm gonna get those taters. Actually, babe. Well, here. When you're done, step out of here when you're done in there. Oh shit! I forgot this guy's here. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to trigger that. Oh god, there's no lag right there. There should be lag to dodge. I can't touch. I can't touch the red fuckers. There's no lag. You can't dodge. But yeah, I definitely noticed that when I did Bombo's tablet, that the lag was gone. You can flute immediately after Bombo's. I couldn't dodge the red guys. Oh, that was actually good. That was funny. Why are we still... We're 178. We're still in fucking Master Sword here. We got 4, don't we? Okay, we have all 4. Canon. GT keys. Okay, good. So we can full clear that without any issue. We could even open the current door if we wanted to. Again, I joke about some of this. I think so far the changes are good. I do think the changes are good. But I'm also not an NMG guy. And I think that's the biggest potential downfall here is NMG. But Animize needs testing. Well, here's the other thing. I was able to still cause lag in Cold Stare with the particle effects from the fire rod and 2 exploding Cold Stare puffs. I was still able to cause lag. So it's possible some of those Enemized, like Trinex, there might still be lag there. And I think with that lag, it would make that much less of a problem. I'd be curious to know with like the particle effects with Trinex peeing on the ground and the ice room and all that, if that is still going to cause lag. Because I think that's like, that would be, you want that lag. You almost need that lag for fights like that. And if the lag is still there, I don't think it's a big deal. Like, it's probably not a big deal if there is still some lag in that room. It'll probably be okay. So the fact that we can still cause it by overloading the screen with particles means that there's still some hope there that it's not going to be the end of the world. There's our hero key. That'll be very interesting to see. Oh, I screwed this room up. I'm going to get hit by 2 fire bars. There's 1. Just quick swap things. Oh. Never mind. I dodged the other one. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Whoops. It would also be different if I had the mirror shield right now, because mirror shield obviously causes lag on its own. Okay, right there, there's definitely some loss of lag there. You're zooming around the corner there, you feel that. Right there, you could feel that. You zoom around the corner, and then you pick up, you open the chest. I felt that one. Totally felt that one. So the organic frame has increased by about 33%. Oh, is that actually how this... what that does? I'm actually curious about this. And there's no lag here. Whoa, no! No, 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 oh no! Yeah, that you noticed. You saw that, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, shit! Okay, that timing's off. Yeah. The, when he comes out of the shell is so much faster. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, we have everything now, right? We're full items. Yeah, because we have the mushroom. It's just, I need to fix that. That's actually on my things to do list on the tracker, is to set it so that it shows that you've used the mushroom. I need to do that. It's really easy to do. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll do it on the next release, which is going to come out next week. Any lag? I mean, you probably won't notice this anyway. Yeah, there needs to be more on the screen for this to show any lag, so... Yeah, you need a new queue for that. It's exactly what it is. Oh, man. Yeah. Now, what would be interesting as well, and there's no way to test this, I'm curious about how much time it saves. Like these changes, the anti-lag changes, because, you know, you're picking up half a second here, couple of seconds in certain areas. I wonder how much faster this ended up being. Like, because we're, approaching 2 hours on a full hundo? So 1:30. So you think maybe a little bit more in rando. So yeah, you're thinking 2 to 2.5 minutes probably. Except in these long seeds, maybe even a little bit more. I mean, maybe you're pushing 3 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things. You have to expect that. Yeah, cross keys is a good example, one where you're going to run into that. Like it'll be considerable. Do you want to go ahead and start the potatoes?
Sure.
Just grab 2. There's 4 baked potatoes in the thing. If you want to just grab 2 of them, and then just like do 2 of your sweet potatoes.
You don't want 2 of yours done?
Yeah, I say 2 of mine and 2 of yours. Yeah, there's 4 in. I grabbed 4 regular potatoes when I went shopping yesterday.
Okay.
We'll use the other 2 for like potato wedges or something like that.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I think it's going to be, like, again, I think the number is going to be, in these full clear seeds like this, it's considerable. Popular today. That's always fun. Yeah. Okay, hey, we learned a lot on this. This is the first test. I'll be very interested to see what kind of ladder feedback there's going to be over the next couple of days as people will test these. I'll be really interested to see what other people have to say. Plus, even on the main Discord, if you guys opened up a feedback area on there on what they're going to say about that. Here's a question. Is there a side effect with this changes with like sprites loading on the screen? Or is sprite limit still the same? Is there a technical change with that? The reason I ask, let's say Skullwoods with the okay. What about in Skullwoods when you're in the first room in the back, where the Wallmaster won't spawn until you kill the jellies in that room? It should be the same. Okay. You know what? That actually, the more I think about it, I just realized, yeah, I was in there and I fucked that room up. Because we didn't have a weapon or a sword or anything, right? Because I was trying to use a pot to kill the no lag. That bonk probably wouldn't have happened otherwise, and they still didn't spawn. Okay, cool. I was just curious. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I noticed that. Yeah, that. Come on, dude, really? That was the anti-lag of me sucking. Got it. Okay, I was just curious. It just popped in my brain. Oh my god. I think those... Okay. Call me crazy. Was that timing... I know I fucked up the one room, but it seemed... Because you can sometimes get a little lag on the boomerang there. I'm doing this and I'm watching chat, and it's probably not good for that. Because I was looking at what you were talking about with the pot shuffle. God. Okay. Cool then. Oh well. Here's our lag shield. We'll see how the mimics are. Mimics 2. I hear Mimics 2 is different. Is very different. Yeah. Look at that right there. The set, not that transition, but the one before it was off. I'll get there. I get there. I was gonna do it after. I'm not gonna forget. My compass is gonna remind me. No lag with silvers. Silver lag is gone. Yeah. Yo, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, everything's good. Just had a had a little bit of a scare for a bit. Yeah, you don't have to switch back and forth between silvers anymore if you don't want to. You still want... Yeah, right there. Look at that. That's clean as a whistle. Here we go. Let's see how the mimics go. Oh, oof. Oh, jeez, look how fast that is! Look how fast that silver goes! Oh, God. Oh, shit. Look how fast that was. That's funny. Alright, we're at 209, so we're missing 7, right? So 4 here. Wait, I just look at my fucking tracker, it tells me. The 2 at Fat Fairy we haven't done yet, and Swamp Big Chest. Okay, yeah, so that's 216. No lag in those rooms either. Yeah, again, I think for a rando side, it's good. It just... Wow, that's really loud. It's okay. You just gonna have to get used to it, is all. No, oh, yeah, there's no lag in this room. Yeah, the timing on that one was a little bit different. Yeah, that's really what it is. You just got to get used to this. Yep, that's clean. Yeah, I would say with a seed like this, the anti-lag probably saved 3 or 4 minutes. Because there are areas that we clearly would have seen more lag. And considerably. Yeah, I think, again, I think just with 1 seed in, so the sample size is literally 1. I think for rando purposes, it's good. It's there are frame differences, definitely. Again, I mentioned before with oops, well, I fucked that up. With the transition into the Lost Woods area, the Dark Woods area for Skullwoods, definitely different there. I noticed that one immediately. It's in number of frames, single digits, but it's there. Why do I fuck that up every time? Yeah, a lot of those single transitions, you figure, let's just arbitrarily say 5 frames. Well, every 6 seconds is a second. I mean, that's 30 frames. This runs at 30, right? Wow, I don't know how I did that. What's the frame count on here? Is it 30? Is it full 60? Okay. I guess I never actually bothered looking. It is full 60. Okay. Okay, so every 12 transitions, if that was an arbitrary number, then you'd save a full second. Yeah, that's... How many of those do you run into every game? There's a ton. Why did I think this ran at 30? I mean, there's a considerable amount of those. So, yeah, you gotta figure that's... Jesus, that's gotta be, like, at least a minute on its own. Over the duration of especially a long seed like this. Like, that's easy a minute. Is it 1,000 transitions? Yeah, I don't know that. I no idea. I don't know the answer to that. Okay, 550 for NMG. So yeah, you probably be pushing 1,000 for a rando seed. You'd be getting close at least. Maybe not 1,000, but yeah, you'd be getting close. Yeah, because I think, keep in mind too, with like, you don't have to do all dungeons in rando most often, but you're doing a lot of backtracking and stuff like that. You're doing double dips. So yeah, I think that would eat it. It would be definitely more on. It would definitely be more for a rando seed, and for like a key like in a seed like this, it's considerable. Like you're probably doubling. Like this is probably over 1,000 because of the amount of backtracking that you have to do. And that's our last heart. Oh wait, no. Never mind, we have one heart still. Hey, I bet you I know it's going to be in the chest. Oh, Ganon will be interesting. Because there's going to be... Because I've got... with the gold sword... There's always a little extra lag there. I guess we just do this. We already... Probably won't notice that much. But... does Ganon give you the dingus message if you try to go in there without the goal? I'm guessing he does. I would assume he does. Last, and that's going to be a heart. Look at that. I'm assuming he calls you a dingus. I need to take a hit in here. Yeah, okay, I would assume that. That's pretty general. Trying to keep those particle effects on here. It's a little bit cleaner. You can feel it. Oh, you can definitely feel that. Oh, no. Yeah, that timing is so different. That timing is very different with the hookshot in here. So you can get 8. It's always 8, 1, and 3 is what I always would do with like Tempered Sword. In that position, because you get 8 swings in, and then you hook. You get a 9th swing, you hook again, you get 3 more in. And I got 6 in, and it was already throwing off the tempo. Yeah, tempo's very different. That's... Again, you'll have to get used to that. This is going to fuck people up. This is going to fuck up a lot of people right away. But... It's probably something a couple of weeks. If you play regularly, you probably would get over it. If you're doing just rando and no NMG, try something here. Yeah, there was no lag on the. Yeah, no lag at all there either. Yeah, okay. There's usually some lag on the transition there, so. Okay. This is a thing. It's a thing. You guys want to play the bonk game while I have fun? Play the bonk game. We got the boots really early. They were in Mini Moldorm Cave. So. And then you say select. Oh, select does it as well. Oh, select just turns it on. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. You don't have to sit there and hold the fucking button down. That's a nice little quality of life thing. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to be very interested to see other people's opinions on this. Like, it's noticeable, without a doubt. And anybody that says otherwise is full of shit. It is incredibly noticeable. Like, if you didn't tell anybody and gave them this, they would have no idea what the fuck happened. Like, am I playing on ZS NES? Is basically what it would come down to. I think most of this is good. I think most of it's good from a rando standpoint only. I would be very, very curious. Yeah, I'd be very curious how Ice, Armos, and Enemizer. There you go. And Airy coming from an NMG standpoint, I totally acknowledge why. Yeah, I think your opinion is very valid there. It makes perfect sense. If I played NMG, I would be... If more than anything else, I think that is when having it toggleable would be... Here's the thing is, you can't turn this on per seed, because then somebody that doesn't... Hey, you got an Exaxi. Oh, there you go. 1056. Now, I did a lot of menuing, but 1056 on lag time. So look at that. That would have been 13 or 14 minutes normally. On a seed like this, where I did as much menuing as I did, that would have been at least 13, like at least 12 minutes. Let's just say 12. At least 12 minutes. So yeah. Yeah, and that's just transition time, menuing time, all that little thing, all that little shit in there. So yeah. I wish it was toggleable. But I do also... I get it. I understand from a dev standpoint why it's not. But I wish it was toggleable, if nothing else, is to test to compare. And again, I understand. And that's exactly from a dev standpoint, I get it. I understand exactly why it's not. From a player standpoint... And I would like to see it. I wish it was an option. But again, from your standpoint, I understand why it's not. You can't do it. You have to do it on the seed roll. You obviously can't do it on the generation, because anybody not running it is at a huge disadvantage. Yeah, I get it. And again, I think coming from strictly rando, and that all you care about is the rando scene, the experienced runners will get used to this before long. The newer runners won't know, or if they do, they'll get used to it naturally anyway. And I think the only real big question is, how does this work well with Enemizer? Because both the enemy shuffle, get a really bad enemy shuffle standard seed. You remember how we've had a few standard seeds where people, this happened in ladder a couple of times, where we had standard seeds where there were rollers in standard, and the only way they were able to beat it is because of the lag. And if you take the lag away, rollers and escape, you might have an unbeatable standard because you can't get around the rollers in time. Because you need that lag buffer to get through those. The room right before the tea room, the one with all the ropes, that room is notorious for causing a ton of lag that you need to get through that. So you can dodge shit. Like, that would cause some horribly bad experiences with Enemizer. And then the Ice Armos room, the Moth room, those are really bad. I could see those causing a lot of problems. Okay. Yeah, I think if you get rid of the rollers and escape, that's less of a problem. But that rope room is still... Like, if you get... God, I'm trying to think of what would be really bad in there. The horse dudes, which I can never remember their names. A bunch of those guys in there. Mimics in there. That could cause some really bad... That could cause some really miserable times. So... Lionels, thank you. I always forget their fucking names. Yep. Yeah. Boy, Jesus, that could be miserable. So I think those would be, that's my one seed sample size opinion of this. So cool. Okay. Well, real quick, thank you for putting these in. The completionist thing is huge for us. Because it's going to give, it lets us do, let's do that. I will do a payload test here this evening, and I'll push like 25 through, and I'll do like 2 different payloads. I'm going to see how many errors come back. And if there's considerable, I'll let you know either way. If it gets 50 with no errors, I'm not worried. But if I get like 2 errors in a 50 and a 25 and a 25, and I get like 2, and I think we will, I have a feeling that we're going to, just based off of the amount of times I've seen, I can't remember if they're 409s or 427s. I think they're 409s. I'm pretty sure your error code for unbeatable seeds are the 409s. We have code in there to handle that. I have a feeling we're going to see a few of them. So I'll let you know. Either way. So, all right, everybody. Thanks. Everybody, enjoy. Oh, my kitty's awake. But yeah, I appreciate it. And again, thank you for putting this flag in there. This will be a fun one to race. I'll be interested to see how season 20 goes. So take it easy, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.